Welcome in. Hold the phone. Day 2 of round of 64. Good God, fellas. We're standing.
No rest for the weary.
Championship week came and gone. A college basketball season is full of magical games. All roads have led to this.
Football gone.
Football gone.
We're hanging on by a thread.
Nerfy's around the corner.
But we're looking at the best 3 days of the year coming up, back to back to back. We're here in Las Vegas.
I feel like we've never been more statistically due.
No, we need dogs to bark. We're going to go to Hoops and Hops at the Cosmopolitan. We're here with BetMGM. Download the app. We got tons of crazy bets. We bet on
we're trying
someone to score in the first 21 seconds. We bet on a 2 to be scored 3 straight times.
Incredible bet.
So get the app. It's been incredible. It's a hell of a day. I didn't see the sun for 14 hours.
We were in a room yesterday filled of people who were absolute junkies.
Yeah.
And they were coming up to us asking, what in God's name are you guys sweating over here?
Yeah, they were confused. It's hard to confuse these kind of junkies too.
Yeah.
Like there's an eruption when the first to 5 points is scored.
Yeah.
Everybody gets it. First to 10, first to 15, spreads, first halves, overs, unders.
We're going nuts in the first
21 seconds.
Whether if a basket's going over or under, we're looking at both teams to score in the first minute. We're looking at if there's going to be a point in the first minute. We're looking at the trifectas.
Yeah. 2-2-2, 2-3-2, 2-3-3, 3-2-3.
So on BetMGM, one of the most electric sweats that we had yesterday is you can take 2-2-2. You can take 3-2-3.
What he means is field goal in order of scoring. So a 2, a 2, a 2.
The trifecta of first baskets.
Which we hit once.
We hit once. We took twice. Second time, we got at the doorstep. So the one that we hit was Houston versus SIUE. SIUE gets a basket. Houston gets a basket. SIUE gets a basket on a dunk.
And they didn't score for about a half hour after that.
And then they didn't score for about a half hour. That was glorious. And then we did the same for St. John's because we're like, 1, they're not a great 3-point shooting team.
Yep.
2, they like to cover the 3-point shot. And
they
get a
2. To Omaha.
Get a 2 from Omaha. Then Omaha gets a 3. St. John's goes about 4 possessions without scoring a 2-pointer. Screwed us. So we're definitely going to run back a bunch of those again today. Dude, UCLA, Utah State late night game went 3-3-3. 3-3-3s.
That would hit like crack.
7,000. Neither here or there.
We need some more dogs to bark.
We're going at it again today.
I know. It's crazy that we got to go back there. 7 a.m. we go to do the show.
I can't believe people sign up for this.
Don't see the sun till 9 p.m. or the outside. And like sometimes I don't leave my apartment, but you're looking outside.
Like sitting in chairs.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting in a dungeon.
Correct.
In a sense.
Correct.
Of just college basketball nonstop.
A lot of men, I will say.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of men.
Not all men, but a lot. And everybody every conversation's about points and overs and unders and props. And
you walk by a group of guys.
Cigarettes.
So we have Creighton.
Yeah.
So we have High Point.
And pretty much
so we have McNeese.
The funniest part is at every moment, every basket, somebody's very happy and somebody's very upset.
Correct.
A table's going nuts and a table is cursing.
Someone's getting off.
Yeah.
Someone's getting not off.
Correct.
People are fucking running around. It's honestly, it's like the zoo.
Yep.
It's like you don't know what you're gonna get. You got one area, you got another area. People are going nuts. People aren't going nuts. People are hammering bets. People are coming up to us asking what the fuck's going on. We're just telling them the best that we can. But we did hit a parlay. with Hogs, Drake, UCLA, Michigan.
Needed
which
Michigan
was
like we
great.
needed oxygen.
Yep.
And that got sketchy.
We would have won $3,000 if UNCW would have
Correct.
pulled it out.
They stayed in the fight.
But I'm telling you,
Yale
right now,
too. If Yale had won $3,000,
if Yale would have won $3,000, I'm telling you right now,
didn't appreciate their effort.
today's our fucking day.
Correct.
And I'm looking on the other side of this screen to every one of you bastards. Today is our fucking day. We got smacked in the mouth, but it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Today, the dogs bark. Today, there's going to be something a little bit different, a little bit more of a fluke shit win. The weatherman called. He's saying that there is a storm brewing.
We're also
in the big dance.
We're due for a close game.
We're statistically due.
Like
buzzer beater.
Michigan came down to the wire.
Dogs barking.
Kansas, Arkansas came down to the wire-ish.
There's better be script writers talking about this matchups today because right now, Loop,
Yep,
the only fucking unsung hero of this tournament is a student manager.
Yep.
That's all we're going to get.
And our student manager, Finn, at UCLA, more behind the scenes. That's our guy.
Shout out, Finn.
The other guy I'm done with.
Water Boy of the Year, Finn, UCLA.
Finn, GOAT.
Dude.
Looks like Brad Pitt.
Script writers need to do their jobs.
Correct.
We need buzzer beaters. We need march to march. We need fluke shit in the air. I want to see comeback victories. I want to see 13 seats. I want to see 14 seats. I want to see Robert Morris on the money line. Let's go down the line of underdogs. Let's rate them on a scale 1 through 10. 5 being 5 or more being dogs that are alive. 5 or less dogs that you think are dead. Loop.
Baylor, Mississippi State.
Everyone pull out your slate.
Also, drop us up. This is the first show we're doing from Vegas.
Yep.
Try to keep us alive.
Second, technically.
Second, yeah, first year.
Yep, first year.
Yeah.
Baylor, Mississippi State, dog.
Sketchy
Baylor.
dog. I like Baylor.
Big 12,
7.
SEC,
Yeah.
sketchy.
Yeah, I like them. Baylor.
It's always good to start the day with a win under the belt. Yesterday was great.
Yes.
Baylor would be nice today.
Correct. Need them.
All right, Baylor Bears. I would rate them about a 6.9.
Yeah, I like that.
All right,
Robert
Morris.
You
Alabama.
like Robert Morris? I think they're gonna get killed.
Killed. I love Robert Morris.
61.
Robert Morris is a live dog. I'm gonna rate him a 6.2.
Just we need some dogs to just get some leads.
Alabama, defensive side of the ball. They don't love playing defense.
No,
And for that reason, look, we've watched 6-2 seeds in a row winning this tournament. Something has to give.
Correct. All right, Lipscomb, Iowa State.
Iowa State, obviously the scouting report's out. Cat's out of the bag. They're banged up. They're still trying to figure things out. On the injury side, not fully healthy.
Away from home.
Lipscomb, I would say 4-9.
Memphis, Colorado State. Memphis, 5-seed dog.
5-seed dog. I mean, I guess at this point, Vegas knows Memphis is dead.
Yesterday, someone asked Loops lock of the day. I said Creighton. Today, it's Colorado State.
Nice.
Favorite bet.
I'm glad we're not going to win.
12 seeds favored against 5 seeds, 2-0.
I'm glad Memphis are underdogs. I'm not going to fucking win.
2-0 against the spread when a 12 seeds favored against a 5. Mount St. Mary's, Duke.
After we get through this, we're going to cook up a parlay for the people.
Correct.
That will just be on hold the phone because we love each and every single one of you bastards. We're going to do a dog lay, and then we're going to do a lay that will hit. Mount St. Mary's, probably cheeks clap, bend over a barrel.
Would be electric. Vandy, St. Mary's.
Vandy, definitely a live dog. Play style so different and unique for St. Mary's.
Yep.
However, SEC ball club, tough 10-seed draw.
Same thing happened to St. Mary's last year. They ran into Grand Canyon in the first round. Wasn't even close.
All right, here comes some dogs.
UNC,
barking.
Ole Miss.
Everyone's in on UNC. I like Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a dog. Give me Ole Miss. Red
Grand
Rebels.
Canyon, Maryland, Terps.
This is my sleeper dog of the tournament.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, because, I saw a lot of people talking about Montana. I saw a lot of people talking about McNeese. I saw a lot of people talking about High Point. I haven't seen dick about the Antelopes of Grand Canyon.
Bryce Drew, coach.
Shea Gildas
Magic.
Alexander's brother.
Correct.
The other kid.
The other guy.
He's fantastic. Grant Thornton.
We need one of these big spreads.
Everyone's in love with the Terps.
Terps are good.
Terps need to be taken down.
Norfolk State, Florida.
Shot like a horse.
Troy, Kentucky.
Anything's possible with Kentucky.
Yeah, not a lot of defense.
Similar to Alabama's defense, Kentucky's defense. One of these teams has to go down, either Bama or Kentucky.
New Mexico, Marquette,
Um,
Patina.
New Mexico, end of the year, shitty. New Mexico, Mountain West Player of the Year, Mountain West Coach of the Year, Donovan Dent, Richard Pitino, Rick's son.
Shaka Smart trying to avoid ending the year by losing to Rick Pitino and Richard Pitino.
Cam Jones is a dog. I'm a little worried. Cam Jones versus Donovan Dent led the matchup. Definitely a live dog, but we'll see how that one is. That's going to be one of the better games of the day.
I like New Mexico.
Nice.
Akron, Arizona.
Zips. Gritty.
Getting 14.5.
Live dog.
Live dog. Oklahoma, Yukon.
Grand Canyon live dog. Big spread. Robert Morris. The longest
Give
shot
us
of the
one.
day. Live
Just
dog.
give us one.
Akron Zips.
We just
Gritty,
need one of those
tough.
to come home.
Oklahoma feels kind of dead, but it's not the same UConn team this year. Dan Hurley, though, my Dan Hurley.
Yeah, I feel like UConn gets one turn, you win, loses to Florida.
Yep.
Xavier, Illinois.
Zach Fremantle.
You love.
We rolled him in the first round of the Big East.
Yep.
Dog. They
Electric comeback win on Wednesday night.
end up blowing the game against Marquette.
Yep.
The game they lost, which they would have played St. John's.
Didn't appreciate that.
Electric comeback win against Texas.
Yep.
We know Illinois doesn't play defense.
No.
So anything's possible.
Then we end the night with Bryant, Michigan State, and Liberty, Oregon. Sketchy spread, Oregon, given 6.5. I feel like everyone's going to be ending the night with Oregon and a money line parlay.
Yep.
Including me.
Bryant.
People like Bryant. Why is that?
I've heard
actually
the
not
most
sure.
15 seeds have been Bryant.
18.5 point spread. Izzo in the first round.
Phil Martelli's son, great story coming out of the American East. Bryant Bulldogs. They were here 2 years ago. Then they didn't make it. Now they're back. Izzo's willing to die to make a run in this tournament. So it confuses me how they would lose today.
They're not going to.
And then Liberty, Oregon, the most slept on 12 seed of the whole tournament. I'm worried about Liberty taking down Oregon because I believe in Oregon.
All right, chat. We're going to build a parlay now. Drop some locks. Gavin, while they're doing that, you tell them about Everyman Jack. I'm going to get on BetMGM. Go ahead.
So we begin the day and we end the day with Everyman Jack. We're sweating out every bet of March Madness.
Every bet, every man.
With the wonderful sense of Everyman Jack. They have mountain air. They have sea salt.
Sandalwood.
There's sandalwood. They have a new vanilla flavor. There's nothing better than sweating each bet with the sense of Everyman Jack.
Dude, all the fellas yesterday around the table were throwing it on.
Body wash, deodorant. You're in the shower to start the day. You're in the shower to end the day. You're sweating in the entire day. 16 matchups, day 1, 16 matchups, day 2, the round is 64. Absolute electric sweats. What does that mean? If I'm doing the math correctly, it means Everyman Jack.
Well done. I was just looking outside because I realized I'm not going to see the sun again for a long time. It's nice to see.
Nice.
Okay.
Does
All right.
look
Here
good
we
out
go.
there. Some
Chat.
madness.
I like Baylor. Right? Let's start the day with Baylor.
I'm looking at T-Mobile. I don't want to add them in a parlay. I like them straight. Your play of the day yesterday was Creighton. My play of the day yesterday was
over
B-Roy.
here.
All right, here we go. What's the parlay for today? Gosh, a lot of big spreads. All right, if you want to start with Baylor.
I do.
Let's start with Baylor.
And so does Errol Harvey.
Nice.
I think UConn. I think Colorado State.
Could there be a basket in the first 21 seconds
We'll get to that later.
of Baylor? That could be cool.
What about Baylor, Colorado State?
A little morning cereal parlay.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss, UConn, Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss. North Carolina's steam worries me a little bit.
Chat. Yeah. Mike says UNM, ML. Baylor, ML. Yeah, everyone's pretty aligned here. Actually, it's kind of scaring me. Baylor, Colorado State. Yes. Vandy, Ole Miss, UConn. 2,700.
I mean, you want to talk about fucking sack on the table here. We just went from doing a nice little 3-legger for breakfast to fucking.
Yeah, what do you mean? This is why we play.
Hold on. What did we get Xavier at? So they're plus 190 right now. What do we think about that game? Stay away. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is tough.
Chat. Parlay the 11 and the 12. Mississippi State, Memphis, New Mexico. Yeah, do we like New Mexico in there?
I'm worried about
New Mexico.
Marquette.
Okay.
Cam
What about
Jones.
Baylor, Colorado State, Ole Miss, UConn, Vandy? 5 legs, 2,700.
Well, if I like the 4-legger with Baylor, Colorado State, Vandy, Ole Miss,
Take UConn out?
UConn's not going to lose.
Yeah.
So the 5th leg, the only one that worries me is Ole Miss, but I like Padula. And
We could take them out and add UConn instead. I mean, that's 1,200, 1,300. Baylor, Colorado State, UConn, Vandy.
What if we took out Baylor? That's the only one that worries
Sure.
me. Plus 1,320. Colorado State, Vandy, Ole Miss, UConn.
Okay.
We're going to take Baylor straight. We doing this?
Yep.
Colorado State, Vandy,
Chat.
Ole Miss, UConn. Colorado State, Vandy, Ole Miss, UConn.
All right.
And then what about we slapped together some spreads yesterday? I think we slapped together some spreads. Today.
We're gonna. All right. I want to do something new.
Yeah.
I want, because I'm looking at the games tomorrow. Don't look at your phone. Swipe out of that. I want you to guess the spreads for the games tomorrow.
From round of 32 from day one. Okay.
There's only a couple out.
All right.
Wait, no, there's gotta be more.
You could look up.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Shut the fuck up.
Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Hold the fucking horses.
All right. The first game tomorrow is gonna be McNeese Purdue.
McNeese Purdue. Purdue minus. So if McNeese was what to Clemson? 7.5.
We would like you to speed this process.
5.5.
Correct. Nice, dude.
Fuck you.
Arkansas, St. John's.
Hog, St. John's. I'm going to say
Calipari.
St. John's minus
2 great Italians.
11.5.
6.5.
Wow.
Yeah. Sketchy.
Holy hell.
Michigan, Texas A&M.
I feel like Hogs are dead there. Michigan, Texas A&M.
Hogs early lead.
Wait.
Lose by double digits.
Repeat the matchup.
Michigan, Texas A&M.
Michigan, Texas A&M. I'm going to say Texas A&M minus 3.5.
2.5. Drake, Texas Tech.
Drake, Texas Tech. I'm going to say Texas Tech minus 6.5.
7.5.
Fuck.
You're on it. You're doing good. Creighton, Auburn.
Creighton, Auburn. I'm going to say Auburn minus 5.5.
Knew you were going to be too low. 9.5.
9.5.
BYU, Wisco.
BYU, Wisco. Wow. I'm going to do illegal things to BYU tomorrow. Wisconsin minus 2.5.
1.5.
I was going to say 1.5. I'm 1 point off.
Game of the day.
Yep.
Gonzaga, Houston.
Houston minus. I mean, it's 9.5 for Auburn versus Creighton. Houston versus. Repeat the matchup. Houston.
Gonzaga.
Right. Houston minus 11.5.
5.5.
That Auburn.
Which I said yesterday, and I was right.
5.5 point spread.
Gonzaga is much better than Creighton.
Yeah, I mean, Creighton looked great. That's a very
Gonzaga's a top 10 Ken Palm team.
You could argue that Houston looks way better than Auburn right now.
Correct.
So I'm just shocked at a 9.5 point spread for Auburn and 5.5 for Houston Zags.
Gonzaga much better than Creighton.
Yeah.
UCLA, Tennessee, last game.
UCLA, Tennessee minus 7.5.
4.5. Okay. What was the parlay, Justin? It was Colorado State, UConn, Vandy, Ole Miss, plus 1320.
Already placed.
And
then now let's do some spreads.
Okay.
Like give me some winners. You give me winners.
And we'll talk MGM props too.
And then the parlay gets placed. And then we hit the parlay.
Must be nice. Just bang on my ear. Fucking spreads come out the other. Winner.
Yep. Xavier plus 4.5 to end it.
Yep. Vandy 4.5.
I don't want to double dip.
New Mexico, 4.5.
Grand Canyon, New Mexico, 4.5.
Xavier,
Let's go one more.
Liberty.
We're flirting with it. Not Limpsicum. Not Robert Morris. Right now, I have Grand Canyon plus 10.5.
Yep.
New Mexico plus 4.5.
Yep.
Xavier plus 4.5.
Yep. That's good. I like that. Stick with 3.
3?
Yeah.
Plus 545.
And then read that again for chat.
3 spreads, all dogs. 4.5 New Mexico, 10.5 Grand Canyon, 4.5 Xavier. Don't hate that.
And then, fellas,
We see plays, we put them together, we find legs, parlays place, parlay wins.
if you get to BetMGM and you use code LOCKS when you sign up,
Yep.
they have some incredible bets. We were talking about it earlier in the show. We were betting on teams to score either team in the first 21 seconds, which is insane and was difficult. Although 2 did hit. It's like plus 280-ish each time.
It's like the Kentucky.
You need a
Derby.
clean tip. You need a point guard with a head of steam.
Pause.
And you need the shot to go in.
Over under 21.
People were coming up to us in the book. What are you betting on? This is electric. We were also betting on will there be both teams to score in the first minute?
Dude, we got
Method of first basket.
We got to the point yesterday where I had,
race to 4 player
I had Danny Wolf race to 4 points for Michigan
for about an hour.
First player to reach 4 points.
Like 8 guys had 3.
Like yesterday, it got.
You tried to get bet on your guy from Auburn,
Miles Kelly.
Kelly plus 700.
The first player just came to my mind for today. Kneppel race to 4 points.
I like that.
Race to 4 points. Kneppel.
I like that.
Kneppel.
Yeah, Kneppel, I think. Yeah.
Kneppel.
What was the 4th team on the parlay? The money lines was Colorado State, UConn, Vandy, Ole Miss.
Yep.
And then what was the other one?
Xavier 4.5, New Mexico 4.5, Grand Canyon 10.5. And then let's just like nuke Baylor to start the day.
Correct.
Okay. That gets done. Baylor. Money line.
Should we do guess calling?
Yeah, let's try some guess call.
Nels, you want to drop the link in the chat?
I fucking know this dude.
I know.
It's like giving me fits right now.
I know. It's not for the reason you think it is, chat.
Correct.
We're dropping the link in the chat right now. I can't text from my computer. Come in, drop a lock. Water's warm.
Drop a lock. We'll place a parlay live on a lock. On a lock.
And then we're going to go into the day with a full head of steam. I can't believe we got 12, 14 more hours of this.
It hurts. It stings. It really does.
Don't
sting.
bet Baylor. Memphis first to 5. Pick of the day. Q Todd.
What do you say?
Memphis first to 5. Pick of the day.
I love that.
You guys look tired. Hell yeah.
Dude,
Robert.
tired, dude. We're going to war against the fucking books.
Correct.
Dude. I need some food. I need a coffee. No coffee yet this morning, which is just blasphemy to do a show.
Found him in a gutter.
Coffee. Gutter, dude. But we've been here before, fellas.
I got to find my Gavin.
Yeah.
On my phone.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. About that this morning. Thought about that a bunch of times during football season. Sunday morning. Walking around.
Sunday morning.
Knocking on doors.
Falling.
UConn ain't losing. I agree.
I just don't see a world where UConn
Lipscomb
lose.
money line. My buddy's sister is dating a dude on the team, and she's super hot.
What if we were just one of those slips that were like all over Twitter for like the most crazy parlay ever? And it was Grand Canyon money line.
That would be gas.
Akron money line loop. And Liberty plus 7.5.
I like it. We got Zeke.
Fuck yeah.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning,
You
Zeke.
want to talk to Gavin?
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we got you, pal.
Zeke, it's great to hear you.
What do we got?
Now he's dead. Zeke, what are the locks for the day? I'm actually curious to hear. Zeke, you got to be better right now.
Zeke, we need more.
Zeke, you got to be better.
Get
Fight
to the
Zeke.
dealership.
Zeke, come
Check
on.
three. I'm on LTE now. No way you can deceive me.
We're back.
All
We're
right,
back. We're back.
All right, locks of the day. Let's hear them.
Yeah, the whole country's on Baylor, so give me Mississippi State.
Okay.
Also, I do like New Mexico plus the points. I think that's going to be our close game to be a buzzer beater. And I hate to do this. I don't want to do it prematurely, but watch out for the Johnnies tomorrow. That number is way too
Sketchy
low.
number, dude.
Arkansas was buzzing yesterday. They looked really good because they're just freakish athletically. And if you want to play to their play style and you want to play super fast and try and out fast break them, that's what they want. And that's what St. John's is going to do. So long story short, New Mexico State plus 4.5, Mississippi State on the money line. And I think I sadly got to prematurely take that 6.5, even though I don't want to do it and I want to root for Patino.
Here's what I'll say about that game. I think the Hogs get an early lead like they do. They love to blow leads. St.
Dude, they
John's
love
isn't
to
afraid
blow
to get
leads.
down early. And once Kansas sat in that zone yesterday, the Arkansas had no idea what to do.
They looked horrible. Exactly.
I'm sure Papa
I'm
Rick
sure.
has been looking at that. Also, Arkansas loses that game if what's his name doesn't blow out his Achilles with 3 minutes left. KJ Adams.
KJ Adams.
KJ Adams, yeah.
I don't know if he
looked-
actually did, but it did look bad.
Nah, but he definitely didn't look great as he was coming off the court.
Yeah, he'll be fine in a year.
Zeke,
But yeah,
Zeke, tell me what you think. So you have Mississippi State.
on the money line.
You bring up the St. John's game tomorrow. Anything
Yeah,
else?
St. John's later. For today,
I know
gives
you.
New
I know
Mexico
you got
plus
more in the
point.
fucking tank.
I totally have more in the tank. I just don't love it enough to give it out here. I don't.
Well, if you're gonna piss like a puppy, stay on the porch. Come on.
Hey,
I
he's being
get-
selective.
I guess so. If anything, it's called damage control. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And after yesterday, you got to be cautious. You got it. Even though I got red hot, we were all over Michigan.
If anyone knows that, it's Gavin.
Oh, 100%. But I appreciate you gentlemen having me. And hey, let's have a day out there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's go to war.
See
Go
you
to
on the other
war.
side. Anyone else? Yeah, we got Ben W.
Ben W.
First time, long time.
W in the chat.
Cheers, boys. How we doing?
What up,
Dude,
bro?
grinding.
Oh, you boys look like you're in rough shape.
Dude,
Yeah, I just pulled up the stream on my phone. Looks like we're being held hostage.
we are.
No,
How are you?
I'm riding Baylor all day long. Money
love it.
line,
Love it.
give
Nothing
it to
like-
me.
All right,
I'm up here in the
nothing like the
north,
first two callers
and
going head to
they're
head.
up. The lines are moving on Baylor right now.
Going up.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
I saw minus 100 for Baylor this morning.
All right. Anything
Holy hell.
else?
I'm also going under 67.5 for Baylor and Mississippi State.
First half.
First half.
First half under, and I'm going Florida by 1 million today. They're covering that spread all day long.
Yeah, I could see that. They're a buzzsaw.
I mean, yeah, like I'm confused what Vegas has planned because after watching the 1 seeds yesterday and
Yeah.
the 2 seeds,
Yeah.
like how aren't we not supposed to think that they're all going to cover the spreads today?
Yep, I'm with you.
Like how's Florida not
Yeah.
win by 50?
They're gonna.
How does Michigan State not
Yeah.
drag their fucking balls? How does Duke not win by 70?
All right, Ben. Well, we're 15 minutes away from tip. 20. We got the Baylor
Yeah.
Bears.
Baylor Bears. Anything else for the day, Ben?
I'm pairing Baylor with Vandy today as well. Little
Love
underdog
that.
parlay.
Love that.
Well, yeah, we're riding dogs and we got Vandy in the parlay. Repeat the 4-legger loop. UConn, Vandy,
Colorado State. Ole
Colorado
Miss.
State, Ole Miss.
Love
Ole
it.
Miss scares me. Bro.
All right, Ben. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks for the
All
call.
right, cheers, boys.
We need
Best
your
of
help.
luck today. Let's
Ciao.
go.
Chat's buzzing right now. One guy said I had to pause P Hub for this. Can't miss the boys. One guy said watching this in a shower. Can't miss the locks. Is that it, Nels?
Best chat in the game.
Okay.
Thank-
Hey, dude.
Thank goodness. Right to your left.
Tell him.
Short and quick. Well, you know, fellas, here you go. Let me see these puppies. In the midst of March, the madness, an MLB season has started.
Brutal.
over in Tokyo. Dodgers are now 2-0. Ohtani already went yard. He's betting 375. We saw Sasaki on the bump. We saw Justin Steele on the bump. We saw Iminaga and Yamamoto on the bump. And right around the corner, opening day is March 27th. We hit both Nerfies. It's the summer of the simple six outs. And
Soon it's just going to be us in baseball.
And with every out of the MLB season, that's going to be brought to you by the official shoe of the MLB. Hey,
I saw a lot of guys in the book wearing Hey Dudes yesterday.
a lot of Hey
Saw
Dudes.
some ones with Gators on them.
So before you do anything,
Sox are going to go 162 and 0.
make sure you go find your team.
Think they let me bet that?
Yeah, 162. It's
and,
probably
yeah.
plus 250,
Bregman, Cassis, Devers,
plus 300.
Graham,
Go find your team shoe at Hey
Story.
Dude. I'll probably find a little
Chapman.
Philadelphia Phillies Hey Dude
Yeah,
action.
that'd be gas.
And sweat every Nerfie in them. You know, it's going to be the summer of the simple six outs. I know we're in the midst of March Madness. We gave a couple parlays. We gave a couple underdogs. It's $100 on every dog.
Gas.
We're going to go to war against the book today. Loop, any intuition on game number one? What MGM prop we should maybe take?
First point, 21 seconds in plus 270. Yeah, let's wrap.
No trifectas? Well, stay tuned to trifectas on Hold
Second
Fun
game,
Twitter.
we're going to have a trifecta.
I love the trifectas of first basket.
Second,
2-2-2,
3-2-3,
2-3-2, 3-3-2, 3-3-3.
I think that's it.
2-3-2. Fellas, we appreciate each and every single one of you for coming along.
We got to get Gavin a coffee and some water.
Need a coffee, need a water, need some underdogs to bark. Loop,
Yes.
the last parlay that I am placing.
Yep.
So just before everyone goes,
Drop a sub too.
drop a sub.
It's 300 people in here. If you all subscribed, everybody would be very happy.
World would
It'd
be a better
nice.
place. Our boss wouldn't be smacking us.
Yeah.
You
Gavin
know?
will start making better decisions.
Yep.
Who knows?
Loop. So during this live show, I've placed 3 parlays.
Yep.
Plus 1320. Colorado State money line, Vanderbilt money line, Ole Miss money line, UConn money line. 4 legs. $100 brings home 1320. Then 3-legger dogs on the spread. Plus 545. Grand Canyon plus 10.5. New Mexico plus 4.5. Xavier plus 4.5. Those 3 spreads. Then the final 3-legger, $100 brings home 8,200. Grand Canyon money line, Akron money line, Liberty plus 7.5. We took Baylor money line to start the day. We will see you on the other side. We appreciate each and every single one of you.
We got to get to the book.
To the books we go.